More questions, more drinking.
Hi, interwebs.
Oh, the web. Tangled and gnarly and full of asshats.
He's probably just trying to make me go with alcohol.
No, I'm trying to make you giggle with words. The alcohol's just helping.
Weirdo.
Did you hear that? Abuse.
As if that's an insult in this house.
Abuse?
Abuse is an insult. As if weirdo is an insult in this house.
Yeah. Alright. Ready for more?
Shoot.
I have more questions from Kat the Baker because she decided to send us like 10. Which I'm all for.
Please send us questions.
Alright. If you only had one scene or sense, hearing, touch, etc., which would you choose?
Touch.
Elaborate.
I like it. I am very much a touchy-feely person with the right people anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah. That is a tough one. I would probably go with touch too, but man,
He is not wrong.
it's rough.
It would suck to have to choose one, but
Yes.
I still know myself enough to know that touch.
All right. What is your biggest irrational fear?
Escalators. I don't like the way they move underneath me. I feel like I'm gonna fall and it's gonna eat me. And then the other one's not such an... The other one I thought of as a possibility is not so irrational, at least not to me. Might be to other people, but at least not to me. It's not so irrational.
What's that?
Ticks.
Yeah.
One tried to murder me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think about irrational fears, and I don't know that I have any that are, like, if I sit down and go, what am I afraid of? It's crap like losing my memory and stuff that could very reasonably happen, but I'm not, like, irrationally afraid of it in the moment.
Again, I'm fairly aware that escalators are probably not a rational fear, but it's gonna eat me. Also, I'm not very steady on my feet, so it's not entirely irrational.
And they also make me think of Mitch Hedberg, which, sad. And while the bit is funny, it is somewhat ableist. So, what can you do? What do you think happens after death?
I mean, the heaven thing, but also people are just here to some extent. Because there's people I've lost that I feel, and there's a Keanu Reeves quote about he doesn't entirely know, but he knows that those who are left miss them, and it's more of a your legacy although you may not be here, your legacy lives on kind of thing. So. Happy I didn't cheat.
What? I didn't think you were gonna cheat. Drinks have remained the same, by the way.
Answers at one point were on my fault. Is why I said I didn't.
Oh, that kind of cheating. Writing stuff down, no, come on. The whole point is to get drunk and answer these as though you're not sober. You can't write stuff beforehand. Put that thing away. Decomposition.
Well, no.
But, I mean, I'm fairly certain that there is a continuation. I'm big on cycles. And I feel like certain things you repeat and you come back and you try and do better. Which is a wonderful thought. Fix past mistakes. But also, it's good to just do that now. Just try and be better. 5 minutes from now, tomorrow, a year from now, just be a little bit better than you were. Do you believe in life on other planets?
I think it's narcissistic to think we're alone. I'm not sure if we'll ever end up, at least in my lifetime, ever end up seeing anything on another planet. It might not even be a planet that's discovered yet, or at least not a planet we've made it to yet, so I don't know if we'll ever see it. But I think it's narcissistic to think we're alone. So the shorter answer is yes.
And, I mean, of course there is. There's too much out there for there not to be. And just, purely statistics that it's going to happen. Is it something we recognize? Who knows? Maybe we will meet Garrus Vakarian one day, though.
Am I reading or are you?
If you can read it, go right ahead. Read the next one.
When making a PB&J, what do you put on first? The peanut butter or the jelly? It doesn't say and, but whatever.
You put the jelly on first, so that you can rinse the knife off more easily to use for the peanut butter. This is common sense. If you're doing it the other way, I respect your choices even when they're wrong.
I tend to do peanut butter first. Sometimes I just tend to do peanut butter. I'm gonna go.
The real question, the hard-hitting question here, is what kind of jelly?
I tend to go with berries like strawberry or raspberry.
I'm surrounded by horrible people and
What
their
are you, like grape?
choices. Of course, grape. That's the only correct answer. Flame on, internet. No, taste preferences are totally a thing. Just grape jelly seems correct to me.
Okay.
What is your most controversial opinion? Grape fucking jelly. Wait, no.
Yeah, this is the one that I had difficulty even in my cheating. I'm like, I don't know.
You don't tend to stir much controversy unless it's with your family on Facebook. So, I mean...
You've seen it.
I don't know that those should be controversial opinions,
You've
but...
seen it when it's my family on Facebook. My bad that in some company are Trump supporters and all that entails. Sorry if any Trump supporters are following us. I don't 100% know why you're here.
Yeah, if you are, I mean, honestly, if you're conservative in any way and you're following either of us, you haven't been paying attention.
By polyam, possibly non-binary. At least by some form of queer, anyway.
And I think the one that gets me the most looks, at least, is that family is disposable. That may be the wrong way to say it, but you can get rid of anyone in your life who doesn't bring you happiness or fulfillment or who makes your life actively worse. Like
Marie Kondo your shit.
Like there are people in my life right now who look at me when I say, "Oh, just stop talking to them," and are like, I can't do that. I owe them this or that or whatever." You don't. You don't. I haven't spoken with a specific member of my family for several years because they did nothing but exacerbate my mental health issues, actively try to make me feel guilty about any number of things that are not my fault, and genuinely try to engender sympathy for things that they did themselves. So I cut them out of my life and have stuck to that and will continue to do so. You can get rid of anybody. I promise.
Totally forgot to look at when we started this.
Yeah, well. We'll just answer the rest of Kat's questions and then that'll be this one. Which, conveniently, there's one more. Do you have any reoccurring dreams?
Not that I remember off the top of my head.
You're not making very good content right now. Come on.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not. Ooh.
I mean, sex dreams happen, falling dreams happen, flying dreams happen, but I don't necessarily know that any of these is reoccurring, or at least they're not necessarily reoccurring in the same circumstances or with the same people.
I have one. It is, I'm on a high cliff overlooking the ocean, amongst a large camp, like an army camp, and it's old. Like hundreds, quite possibly thousands of years ago. And I am speaking with someone who's in front of me who is part of the same faction that I am part of. That much I'm sure of. Discussing what's going to happen next with them. And I hear a horse coming up behind me. And I see the person in front of me's face go kind of blank and their eyes go wide. And then there is a spear sticking out of my chest from behind me. And then I wake up. And I've probably had that dream at least once a month since I was 16. So yeah, I do. Good times. All right. That's all of Kat's questions. We will move on to some additional questions.
Anonymous questions.
We're not going to call them anonymous. If they're signed, they're getting called out. But that will be in a new video.
Are they signed?